In the world of Bleach, some warriors fight for duty, some for honor, and some for peace. But then there's Kenpachi Zaraki, the untamed beast of the Goatee 13. For Kenpachi, the battlefield isn't just a place for war. It's his playground, his proving ground, and his sanctuary. His raw power, love for combat, and refusal to follow conventional rules makes him one of the most feared and fascinating characters in Bleach. In this video, we'll dive deep into what makes Kenpachi Zaraki the embodiment of chaos and power in the Soul Society. Kenpachi's story begins in the barren outskirts of Rukongai's 80th district, Zaraki. Born into a lawless and violent environment, Kenpachi was shaped by survival and combat. In a place where strength was the only currency, he thrived, carving out a reputation as a relentless fighter with an insatiable hunger for battle. Even as a child, his raw spiritual pressure was unmatched, earning him the respect of those who dared to cross him. But Kenpachi's rise to power truly began when he encountered and defeated the previous captain of the 11th Division, taking the title of Kenpachi for himself. Unlike other captains who earned their ranks through training or noble lineage, Kenpachi's ascension was purely by force. This act cemented his place in the Goatee 13 and reshaped by the 11th Division into a reflection of his unrelentless spirit, a squad of warriors who lived and died by the sword. Kenpachi's philosophy is as raw as it gets. He fights purely for the joy of it. Unlike many in the Soul Society who view battle as a means to an end, Kenpachi sees it as the ultimate expression of life. He doesn't rely on kido, strategy, or even his Zanpakuto's true abilities. For him, a fight is pure, unfiltered chaos where strength is the only rule that matters. This philosophy is best seen in his battle with Ichigo Kurosaki. Rather than overwhelm Ichigo with his immense spiritual pressure, Kenpachi chose to hold back, going so far as to remove his eye patch, which seals a portion of his power. Why? Because a fight is meaningless to him if it isn't challenging. Kenpachi's love for battle isn't about winning or losing. It's about the thrill of testing his limits against a worthy opponent. This mindset makes him both terrifying and honorable, as he respects those who can stand toe-to-toe with him. Kenpachi's unorthodox style of combat is a double-edged sword. On one hand, his refusal to rely on traditional techniques like kido or advanced tactics often leaves him at a disadvantage against more calculated opponents. But on the other hand, this unpredictability is exactly what makes him so dangerous. Without the constraints of conventional rules, Kenpachi fights with pure instinct, using brute strength and overwhelming spiritual energy to dominate his enemies. His reputation is enough to send shivers down the spines of his opponents. During the 1000-year Blood War, even the most powerful Quincy acknowledged his presence as a threat. Let's not forget his legendary clash with Gilga in Hueco where Kenpachi faced one of his toughest espada with nothing but his sword and sheer willpower. Injuries mean nothing to him. If anything, they excite him, fueling his bloodlust and pushing him to fight even harder. Kenpachi's influence extends beyond his individual strength. He is the embodiment of the 11th Division's ethos. Under his leadership, the squad became a haven for warriors who shared his love for chaos. Unlike other divisions where strategy and hierarchy dominate, the 11th Division thrives on raw power and camaraderie. Every member of his squad knows that their captain leads by example, charging into the fray with no fear or hesitation. Usually, his vice captain adds a unique layer to his character. Despite her playful and innocent demeanor, she reflects Kenpachi's dual nature, fierce in battle, yet oddly caring towards those he values. Their bond humanizes Kenpachi, showing that even the fierce warrior has a softer side. Together they make the 11th Division one of the most iconic and respected squads in the Soul Society. Kenpachi's relationship with his Zanpakuto Nozarashi is one of the most significant turning points in his journey. For much of his life, Kenpachi fought without ever knowing the name of his sword, a reflection of his raw, untamed approach to combat. But during the 1000-year Blood War, when he finally hears its name, it marks a profound shift in his character. No longer just a warrior relying on brute strength, Kenpachi begins to embrace a deeper connection between himself and his Zanpakuto. Nozarashi embodies the sheer destructive power that defines Kenpachi. It's a weapon capable of slicing through nearly anything, from Gremmy's meteors to the toughest of defenses. However, learning its name also symbolizes Kenpachi's growth as a fighter. It's an acknowledgement that even he has room to evolve, not by suppressing his wild nature, but by channeling it more effectively. This moment solidifies Kenpachi's status as a true complete warrior, blending raw instinct with a newfound understanding. While Kenpachi thrives in chaos, his role in the Goatee 13 isn't just about destruction, it's also about protection. Beneath his bloodthirsty exterior lies a fierce sense of responsibility to his comrades and the Soul Society. Whether he's leading the 11th Division into battle, Kenpachi's actions often reveal his protective instincts even if he doesn't express them outright. This balance between chaos and duty is what makes Kenpachi such a compelling leader. He fights not just for himself, but for the people who depend on him. During the battle with Nnoitra, Kenpachi's relentless determination wasn't just about proving his strength, it was about ensuring the safety of Ichiko and his friends. His ability to channel his love for combat into something greater, defending those who can't defend themselves, is a testament to the complex duality of his character. He's a destroyer when he needs to be, but also a protector when it matters the most. In conclusion, Kenpachi Zaraki is more than just a warrior. He's a force of nature. His raw power, love for battle, and rejection of tradition makes him one of the most captivating characters in Bleach.